Good evening. This is Dr. Nanteza. I would like us to talk about water today. There are very many benefits of drinking water or benefits of using water, but today I want to talk about only water for drinking. Water. Yes, our bodies are made up of 60% water. And I want to talk about only the water for drinking. There are a lot of benefits when you shower, when you look at the water, but today I want to talk about drinking. What are the 10 benefits? Only 10. However, there are very many. We are going to talk about only 10 benefits of drinking water. Number 1, protection of our tissues. Water makes up the highest percentage of the cells in our bodies. As we have already known, 60% of us is water. And in our cells, you're going to find something like 55% is water. Then also a lot of body fluids in our tissues is made up of water. So for protection of those different tissues, like the joints, we have water, which is for lubrication. We have a lot of spinal fluids, joint, synovial fluids, a lot of fluids everywhere. Digestive juices are made. Part of what makes them up is water. It's used for protection of different bodies. So it's used in lubrication. If you want to walk or if you have issues with your walking, watch how much you're drinking, because lubrication is made by fluids, and the fluids are made up of water. So number 2, regulation of body temperature. As humans, we are always having an ongoing metabolic functioning in the cells in our bodies. So there is automatically production of heat in our bodies. How are we going to regulate that heat? How do we take it off? That is by sweating. The only way to do that is when you have enough water. When you do not have enough water, there is nothing you're going to sweat. So your regulation of the body temperature is also malfunctioned if you do not have enough water in the body. Number 3, excretion of wastes. How do we excrete wastes? We take in a lot, but we take in a lot and we expect whatever we are taking in, and the body does not need it to come out. And one of these days, we are taking a lot of drugs, we are taking in things that give our bodies a lot of toxins. How are we going to take them out? This is by loss of wastes, and this is through medium of water. Number 1, when you sweat, you're giving off toxins. You're excreting off excesses of anything. When you urinate, when you defecate, sometimes even the saliva and the mucus. So if you want to excrete waste, you need water. And if you do not have enough water, your excretion is going to be deranged. For example, you do not have enough water, instead of urinating 3 times a day, you may end up urinating once. You know what? You're retaining toxins. You're not excreting enough or well. Number 4, aids in digestion. All of us, we love food. We function because of food. We survive because of food. What aids in digestion? We have gastric juices, and these are made up of water. Believe me, if you do not have enough water to make those juices, you do not have enough water, just know you're not going to have good digestion. Actually, it's ideal. We are advised to take water before meals, that is 30 minutes, or an hour after we take our meals, for easier digestion. Even the juices, even the uptaking of some of the minerals we take in our foods, they require water to be absorbed in our body. Even saliva is made up of the biggest percentage water. So the saliva, for you to make your food soft, for it to be swallowed, you need water. So that is a very, very good advantage of having water or drinking water. Number 5, weight loss. Fat and water, they do not live in the same place. So you have more fat, that means you will have less water. You take in more water, you will reduce your levels of fatness. So if you want to lose weight, yes, try water. It will work for you. Number 6, blood oxygen saturation. Our blood is made up of 55% plasma, and that plasma is made up of water, 90% of it. So, and oxygen moves in blood. So if you want to have good saturation of oxygen, you want to have your body being oxygenated, all your tissues having good oxygenation, you'll have to take water, because water makes up a very high percentage of blood, which is very important in oxygenation transportation. Number 7, fighting off illnesses. As we all know, one of the upcoming commonest illnesses we are experiencing one of these days is constipation. When you drink enough water, constipation is not going to be an issue. Also, urinary tract infections. Sometimes, or it's recommended when you're on medication, when you have a UTI, drink enough water, excrete off a lot of organisms. Also, maybe in AKI, kidney injury. If you're dehydrated, you do not have enough water, you can go into AKI. Yes. So you do not want to have all those complications just because of a mere small thing like water. So enough water will help you to fight off illnesses. Number 8, nutrient absorption. We've talked about this one already. A lot of nutrients are water dependent. You take in a lot of water, it will help you to absorb. If you do not have enough water, just know you're going to lose out on a number of nutrients that are even important in improving your health, in making your immunity strong. Number 9, cognitive function. Water is made, our cells are made up of water. From the basic, the smallest portion of your body are cells. And those cells are made up of the biggest percentage water. So if you want your body to function, you must have good cells. Good cells make up all the tissues and they make us. So if you want your body to function well, you need to have enough water. If you're dehydrated, you're going to have issues with your concentration. You're going to have easy fatigability. Of course, your moods will have to change. If you have enough water, you will feel fresh, you'll feel hydrated, and yeah, your concentration levels are going to shoot higher. And lastly, your skin is made brighter. You want to look good? That is a tip. You must drink enough water. Drink enough so that collagen is made and you have a brighter skin, fresh and young. Yeah, so how much water? We are talking about water. How much water should we take? Ideally, an adult, you're supposed to take 3 liters. That is on average. By average, I mean you can take less or you can take more depending on the body demands. But ideally, 3 liters a day. And yes, how do you assess? Or how do you know that I'm taking enough? First of all, from your urine. If your urine is concentrated, people come in and your urine looks like black tea. Sometimes it looks like Minute Maid, that deep yellow. Just know you're not drinking enough. Your urine will tell you. You're supposed to urinate 3 to 5 times a day. You're urinating once, just know something is not going right. Yes. Number 2, when you get thirsty. Ideally, we are not supposed to get thirsty because thirst is your body telling you, I'm not having enough. What are you doing for me? So make sure you never get thirsty because when you get thirsty, the body is demanding. Yes. And number 3, the functions we've mentioned above. If you feel dehydrated, you feel confused, you're not concentrating enough, your skin is not glowing, you have issues with digestion, you're ever in and out of the hospital about constipation, watch out. You may not be drinking enough. How are we going to drink enough? How do you beat the deadline of 3 liters? 1, if it's possible, walk with a bottle throughout the day. This will keep reminding you of drinking. And make sure you beat the goal, half of it by midday. If you're to take 3 liters, 1.5 liters should be taken by midday. Another thing, never ever take water an hour before sleep. So make sure your goal is hit an hour to bed. Make sure by the time you're going to bed, 1 hour before you finished your goal. Yes. And of course, also, you can make sure you spice up the water. Some of us or some people do not want to take plain water. Nowadays, companies have come up with ideas. They are spicing up water, vanilla water, pot water. Sometimes put in lemon water, ginger, and all that. The ideal, the bottom line is drink enough water.